Hello everyone! 안녕하세요 여러분, 유니스초입니다. 오늘은 우리 영탈족인 뉴브랜드님과 인터뷰를 했는데요. 1시간 정도 영어로 대화를 했고 다양한 주제에 대해서 이야기를 했습니다. 뉴브랜드님은요. 영어탈피로 공부하신 후에 한국에서 귀랑 입을 완전히 트시고 그러니까 외국 유학 같은 거 없이 토종으로 영어를 배워내신 거죠. 영어를 배우려면 반드시 외국에 나가야 한다. 이런 생각을 가진 분들이 계시다면 절대 그렇지 않다는 것, 이 방송을 들어보시면 실감이 나실 거예요. 장소가 중요한 게 아니라 해외냐 국내냐가 중요한 게 아니라 어떻게 또 얼만큼 제대로 하느냐가 관건이라는 거죠. 그게 무슨 말이냐면요. 토익 600점, 그러니까 100점을 놓고 봤을 때 60점에서 70점 정도는 되는, 사실 그 정도 수준을 하시는 분들은 참 많습니다. 중고등학교를 정상적으로 나오신 분들이라고 한다면 반에서 중이나 중상 정도 되시는 분들이겠죠. 뉴브랜드님을 보면요. 저희 영어탈피를 처음 만났을 때도 상당히 열정적이신 분이었습니다. 목적의식이 분명하셨죠. 저희가 기억하는 게 맞다면 처음에는 공무원 준비를 위해서 영어탈피를 선택하셨던 걸로 압니다. 근데 이렇게 막상 영어가 되고 나니까 삶에 대한 지평을 넓히는 길을 택하신 것 같아요. 인터뷰를 하면서 계속 느꼈던 부분이 뭐냐면요. 아, 멋있다. 이런 생각들. 열정적이다. 즐겁다. 이런 느낌이었습니다. 열심히 공부하신, 그리고 열심히 살고 계신 분에게서 나오는 에너지 같은 게 느껴졌거든요. 자, 바로 시작하겠습니다. 뉴브랜드님입니다.
여보세요?
Hello?
Hello. Yeah, I got your phone like 3 times, and you just
you
hung up
did?
during in the middle of the. Yeah, I did. I got answer your phone like 3 times, but you just hung up suddenly. So I was like, I just sent you the email and message, but yeah.
Yeah, we
Anyway,
actually got the email, so I read it, and then, I thought I would call you again.
Yeah, good.
How are
What
you?
happened
Nice
anyway?
to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Are you David Cho?
No, I'm Eunice Cho, yes.
Are you Eunice Cho? Sorry about it.
No, it's okay, it's
Yeah,
okay.
Eunice Cho.
You're Mr. there, right?
Yeah, right. I'm right. Oh, how could you know my name?
Do you have an English name?
Yeah, I mean, my English name is Jason, but I'm just wondering how you know my name.
Oh, it's all in
My real name
our database of the cafe, the neighbor cafe.
That's why you know my name. Yeah.
So you go
could just
by
call me,
Jason.
you could just call me my Korean name. Yeah, that might be better.
Okay.
Or Jason.
So-
Yeah.
Where are you right now?
I'm in Australia right now. There is like New South Wales, state in Australia,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm staying in the which is near Central Coast. Maybe you don't know that. I think there's kind of like country. So.
Oh, okay. So, what are you doing there? Are you working or studying?
I'm not studying. I'm working right now as a technician in phone shop. I do repairs and I do sell like phone accessory, tech items, those kind of things. Yeah, it's kind of like sales. Yeah.
Cool. And how long have you been in Australia?
I came here like last July. So it's been almost 1 year, I think.
Almost 1 year.
Yeah, almost 1 year. It's time to get back to Korea, actually.
Oh, is it? Why are you coming back?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Because my visa is gonna expire like within 2 months, so I have no choice but back to back.
Oh, was
Korea,
your visa the working holiday visa?
Yeah, working holiday visa exactly.
Oh,
yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
So,
How?
what made you decide to go to Australia in the first place?
After finishing
Mm-hmm.
the English Tarpi, and maybe you already know that I went to academy, to do something more about my, to improve my English. So, and it took like 3 or 4 months, and after that, I just wanted to do something more like for my life, and so I studied like computer programming things, and it took like 6 months, and after that, I just wanted to go outside. I wanted to go abroad because I have always wanted to go somewhere, to practice English and to do more something, to experience many things in my life. So, I have been thinking about like going somewhere. So it was like between Germany or Australia.
Oh,
so I just decided to go to Australia. Yeah, there's no specific reason. I just needed some distraction and to refresh myself.
Yeah.
Because I was sick of living in Korea, because so many work, and I used to work like 60 or 70 hours a week.
Oh, wow.
I felt like I'm gonna die actually because of the working.
Yeah.
So yeah, now I'm quite satisfied of my decision that I did. Yeah.
Good. So
yeah.
So before you went to Australia, you were studying English with 영어탈피, right? And then after you finished the books, you started taking classes.
Yeah, right. Went to academy something, yeah.
So when you arrived in Australia for the first time, how do you think your English was?
How was my English when I came to Australia? At first time, of course I felt nervous because it was not the first time, because I've been to Philippines before just 1 week, but Philippines is not like really English country. So I was kind of nervous when I came here, and I think it took just like 2 weeks, and when I came here, I took like English course, not for studying, just to make some friends.
Oh, I see.
For weeks, but yeah, first I went into the there are some levels in English course like advanced, like in the middle on the low class as well, like pre-advanced as well. So first time I went into the intermediate. So also I thought I definitely went into the advanced class actually. Well, but after just 2 days, the teacher of the advanced intermediate class told me like, why are you here? Just go to advanced. Your English is so way better than the other students in the intermediate class. So I went into the advanced, but still, except meeting friends, making friends, there are not many things that I can do. Just, of course, there is something I can learn, but I don't know. It's kind of boring.
So I would think that your English was pretty good when you arrived in Australia, because I'm assuming that you were able to communicate with people pretty easily. Yeah,
pretty easy. It was. I haven't ever felt like hard time to communicate with other people in Australia. Never. Yeah.
Good. So
sometimes
when go ahead.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel a little bit weird when I sell some items, when I do sales to the customer. From their accent, like from really parents or generations accent, but it's unlikely. Yeah.
Most of the people speak pretty fair in a pretty fair accent.
Yeah, right. I think I kind of got used to that.
Yeah, but I love Australian accent. It's really pretty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not as strong as British accent, and
Yeah,
it's not
British
as
accent, right?
and it's not as fast as a New Zealand accent. I feel like
Yeah, right.
Australian accent is the best, and it's easiest to
Yeah.
understand. It's just, yeah, I love
Yeah,
it.
right. Exactly. There some many people say in English of Australia is like in the middle between like American and British actually.
Mhm. Yeah, totally. I agree. I agree. So,
Yeah, I agree with that too. Yeah.
so when you were studying 영어탈피 books, which books did you study?
Yeah. Just one book. Which was made of like 4 books, like 일반인 편, yeah, general thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I studied like more than 35 times.
Oh, I
And
see.
And after that, I, did that as well, like the blue book, advanced thing, I think. Yeah, like 10 times.
Oh,
Yeah,
you also
after
did
that, I
실력편.
didn't. Yeah, I did that as well, like 10 times. But because, when I used to study 실력편, I literally, there are so many words that I don't know. Yeah, so that's why I tried really hard to do that. But in the middle of studying, I think I felt like getting stuck in the book. So I just wanted to do something more like just for fun, in English, like from reading books and watching some English dramas or sort of like things and meeting my foreigners, those things. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, but 실력편 was kind of like a little bit hard to me though.
Yeah, it's a very advanced book. I mean, the words
Yeah,
that
right.
are there.
I totally agree with that.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
some of the words we don't really use them in everyday situations.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, we don't recommend that book unless you're gonna move to another country or go to graduate school or go to college in other countries. So.
Well, maybe I should have studied, later.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, yeah, if you need to.
Yeah, if I need to. Yeah, that is the point. Yeah.
So when you first got to Australia, how was your pronunciation? What would you say?
Because I am myself, who speak English, so I don't know myself that much. How my pronunciation is, becoming changed. But I think because from time to time, I talk with my foreign friends from America, from British, and they sometimes told me, they tell me your accent is getting changed. I think I can feel that, more like a British accent.
Oh,
because,
yeah?
I think I used to study English just from American things. So now I came here, so I think I found a little bit difference between the English that I learned there and English in here. So can't or can't, like those things.
Yeah.
And
So do you say can't?
It's a little bit. Yeah, I usually just say can't.
Oh wow! I'm kind of,
yeah.
American English speakers are kind of, they have a thing for British accents. So.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So what about vocabulary? How was your vocabulary like? Was it enough to express your opinions and deliver your, opinions, feelings like that to others?
Yeah, I think when it comes to communicate with other foreigners in here, I couldn't find any difference. I mean, couldn't find any difficulties. But especially if it's just like a casual talk. But sometimes when I hang out with my foreign friends, going somewhere, when you talk like in a really deep topic, like like biology or those kind of things. But I think that vocabulary is a little bit is for even to the like foreigners if they don't study. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean it's like even when I talk in Korean with my friends, if it was like about like computer things, if I don't know anything about computer things, I can't understand it.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty much same like that.
It's pretty much the same. I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's the vocabulary.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I think so. When I communicate with other foreigners, I couldn't find any difficulties in general.
Yeah, that's good to know. So it sounds like it's because you didn't have any problem communicating with the Australians or other foreigners who are English speakers. It seems like your English skills were pretty much ready and perfected before you left Korea. Is that right? Would you say so?
Yeah. I'm not saying I was perfectly ready. I think I can't say that, but it was like kind of ready to do something. I mean, ready to accept anything like you said, like in a really effective way. So after coming here, I think I'm getting better at it. So
yeah, I'm sure.
Every time I talk with people, I listen. What they're saying. I was able to understand it. So I think every day I embraced what they're saying, their expressions. So I think every day I make their expressions to my own. So yeah. It was fun actually. I can't call it as a studying actually. It was more like enjoying.
Yeah, enjoying friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. That's good to know. So,
Thank you.
so since you're in Australia, do you pay attention to what's going on in Korea? Like, do you read news from Korea, or do you watch anything like TV programs from Korea?
I do work in here as a technician, but aside from working in here, I also do like investment. So that's why. But my investment is, like I really need English when I do investment because almost every information is from English countries, and that's why I sometimes read Korean news, but not as much as I used to be in Korea. I think.
What kind of investment do you do?
I used to do many things like, and I do as well. Like I used to stock and like what is it called in English? Anyway, like stock and like shares, and
Stock and shares.
I'm doing right now I'm making an investment on cryptocurrencies. It's been like 1 year actually. So every information is from English, most of them, not from Korea. So sometimes I feel like I was really I think maybe I'm really blessed because I can speak English, so I can understand most of them in quite free way. So that's why there's no difficulty. So yeah, I think English just like you guys told me before, it was just a tool to do something more. But I think that tool is really useful to me right now.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, I'm asking you this because I want to kind of talk to you about North and South Korea summit that happened a couple weeks ago.
You mean, are you talking about like a North Korea thing, right?
Yeah, North Korean and South Korean. The President Moon Jae-in and Kim Jong-un met. Did you see that? Did you watch that news?
Yeah, of course I watched that news. Yeah.
Yeah, why don't we talk about that a little?
Issue, so yeah.
Yeah, it was a huge issue.
Yeah, of course we can talk about it there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a huge issue, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean...
Well, you know...
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. In my workplace, there are Koreans and Australians as well. And anyway, some customers recognize me as from Asia. So sometimes they ask me, "Where are you from? Where are you from?" So, "Are you from China?" So I always said to them, "I'm from South Korea." And they started talking to me like, "Oh, there's summit happening on the South Korea." They said to me. So I was like, "Oh, how could you know that?" Because they said, "Yeah, it was kind of big issue. The whole world is paying attention to that."
Of course,
Don't
all
you know
over the world.
Yeah, so I said, yeah, I also pay attention to that though. And I think it is, every customers when they talk about North Korea thing, they seems to be really worried about those situations about because there might be a possibility of the war. But
they're worried?
It's kind of, yeah, well, they are really worried about, becoming, they're going to be a war. But but to me, I have never worried about, war as much as they do. So I felt like kind of weird, actually. And they always said to me about the summit, "Oh, maybe there will be no war anymore if it's getting well." But I don't know. Actually, I have never thought about it in a deep way.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, did you think of it as a positive,
anyway,
a positive thing, or?
Well, I think that is better than arguing to each other, fighting to each other getting along with the North Korea would be better for, getting along with them. Maybe it makes those, war possibilities less, I think, than before. I think, war is, peace is better than war, I think.
Of course. Do you think after all this, because they're working on, they're working on peace right now on this peninsula.
Yeah, right.
And they're withdrawing all the military measures, and they're, kind of treating each other, South and North are treating each other as another, entity. So, do you think at the end of this road, do you think North Korea is going to eventually denuclearize or not?
Well, Kim Jong-Un is the kind of king in the country.
Basically,
so basically, yeah. Yeah. Well, if I were Kim Jong-Un, I think they're getting isolated from the all over the world, except maybe China though. But they're getting worse. So they have not enough food and not enough money. I think if I were Kim Jong-un, he has to find some way, to live. And especially, there is a Trump, so he doesn't seem to negotiate with North Korea anymore. So that's why I think he had to show something to improve their situation, in a good way.
Yeah.
I think so. That's why I think it is a little bit positive, but I'm not sure. But I think it is not only about North and South Korea. It is also about China's and American things. But basically, I think in the end it is about money actually.
I would agree, so because I feel like they're starting to talk because they hit dead end. They're at the end of everything, and I mean, a lot of people are worried, especially North Korean defectors. They claim that everything that Kim Jong-un is doing right now is all fake, and the defectors are basically in this belief that South Koreans are starting to like Kim Jong-un. I mean, I don't know if you know, but after the summit, everyone's like, oh, maybe Kim Jong-un is not as crazy as it seems, you know? And maybe, like President Moon Jae-in and Kim Jong-un talking at did you see the pictures? They were talking outside at having coffee.
Right.
Yeah. Talking about that picture, everyone was like, yeah, they seem like they are really getting along. Kind of talking things out.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and then the defectors, North Korean defectors are kind of, really, you guys are really that naive to believe all that? I mean, so I'm just wondering, like, do you think everything was real? Because some people are saying that it was all acted, and somehow, like, Kim Jong-un is trying to get something out of us and America for their own interest.
Yeah, I think before everything happened, almost everything was already done beneath the summit. Like so I'm basically positive person, but about the politics, I don't believe that much. Everything I think everything they are showing is more like acting actually. So and the reason they do that is to get something from each other. I think Moon Jae-in could get like in a peaceful in the mood in the like South Asia, but Kim Jong-un can get more like food or like money from other countries if they even if it's just like a showing, not actually like terminate the like nuclear things. So I think they're doing just those like just politic things. You know what I mean?
But okay, so if what you're saying is true, what do you think North Korea's final goal is? Why are they doing this? Just for money and food? What if after they get money and food? Like, what's their final goal? Like, do they want to keep their nuclear weapons, or do they actually want to unify Korea? Like, what do they want, do you think?
Well, nuclear power is their, final thing they can negotiate with other countries. So if they give up, they have nothing to do, to deal with other countries. So even if I were them, I'll think of it like a really precious thing, like that is the last one that they have. So, well, if other countries can't give them what they want, like it's good enough, like to give up, nuclear things. But I'm not sure what it could be, to make them, give up nuclear power. Yeah, I'm not sure though, but maybe it's not gonna happen like in a sudden way.
Of course.
It's like a stairway. Yeah, I think so. Maybe, but even if I were them, do they really want, break out the war? I'm not sure though. Maybe just they would rather like giving up the nuclear war, and instead of that, in return to get something, I think they might be better. Maybe that is the matter of time.
Yeah, I mean, do you think North Korea also wants to unify Korea? I know it's a difficult question. I'm just asking your opinion. There's no right or wrong answer here.
Yeah, I know. Well, I don't think they want. I mean, some people want, but the leaders in the North Korea might not want that, because if it is unified, their powers in North Korea are gonna be gone, I think. So there's no reason for them to want to be unified, I think.
Well, some people think that...
most of the people don't want. Yeah.
Sorry about that. Some people think that he's
Thank you,
doing
Ryan.
this in order to unify Korea under his terms, not under South Koreans' terms. But he's doing all this, the nuclear power, and all of a sudden he's starting to talk to the US and the South Korea and China to unify Korea under his terms. And then to run out of, run the US military out of Korean Peninsula.
Well, if the North Korea doesn't show, the like peace gesture to other countries in the war, maybe whether I'm not sure if because to my knowledge, before everything has changed, like into in the peaceful mood, it was like really, emergency. Like every day, Trump is gonna like saying something like a threatening word to the North Korea. So maybe Kim Jong-un was kind of like emergency. So because if they fight each other, if there is a war, North Korea is gonna be gone in the end. That is almost like 100% sure.
Yeah.
If it's war between North Korea and America, so I think he had to show something not to be destroyed.
But then he
Kim
Jong-un was claiming that he can. North Korea has the power and skills and technology to bomb the United States with their nuclear power. Do you think that was just an empty threat then?
But there is almost one empty threat there because America is much more powerful country than North Korea, and well, if there is a war between them, there might be a little bit blood in America, but they're not, but America is not going to be destroyed like just by the North Korea's weapons.
Yeah.
So I think that could be just quite opposite. High possibility. I think. So they're not stupid. I mean, the North Korea leaders. They also know those countries. I'm pretty sure that. That's why I think they're doing their best to survive.
I'm sure. I think what they're doing right now is everything is political, But a lot of people are curious about what their real intentions are. Why are they doing this, all of a sudden? Why are they all peaceful and loving and familiar with each other, friends with everyone? Why are they doing this? So, for the sake of the question, I thought I would ask you because it's such a big topic. And in May, actually this month in Singapore, there's a summit between Trump and Kim Jong-un too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what do you think the results are gonna be like after the summit? I mean, it's pretty obvious that what America wants is peace and no nuclear weapons on Korean Peninsula. That's basically what they want. And do you think? I mean, Kim Jong-un agreed to meet. He offered. And they agreed to meet. So they are expecting, I mean, according to your theory, they already, talked everything out and they're just meeting to show off, to show that we're taking these measures, So what do you think the results are going to be like?
Well, basically, I don't think Trump really wants the peace. I mean, what he really wants is, to get, high rate of the, support by the people. So, I think so. And so just by showing off their meeting, I think Trump is going to be able to, get what he wants. And also, Kim Jong-un is also able to get what he wants. And in the end, if there is after Trump's term is over, and maybe Kim Jong-un, when Kim Jong-un think he's ready to do something what he wants, like whether it's war, whether it's war or peace, maybe it's more like war, because they always do make a war in the history. So I think it's gonna get worse again. History repeats again and again.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And it's happened so many times. Because Kim Jong would act like he wants to talk or something, and then all of a sudden he would shut everything down, like Kaesang factories too, right? I mean,
Yeah, right.
he's hot and cold, going hot and cold in the next minute. So you never know what's gonna come.
Yeah, again. Yeah, right.
But then a lot of people, because
Exactly.
Kim Jong-un went to school in Switzerland, and a lot of people who went to school with him told the media that Kim Jong-un is actually an advocate for peace. He's a pacifist. But he's doing everything, like killing his uncle, for example. He's doing these things in order to, grasp power, because it's such an absolute power. If he doesn't do it like that, he's going to lose his power and maybe get killed from, someone else. So,
Yeah, right.
yeah, so, I mean, his politics are definitely different from his father's or his grandfather's, I think. And I'm sure his time in Switzerland has a huge impact in what he's doing right now. So maybe
Yeah, right.
I'm kind of positive. I mean, honestly, I don't really agree with your opinion, because I kind of believe that he actually wants to work this out for the first time in forever. Maybe not like giving up everything and, let's unify Korea and Moon Jae-in, you be the president, I'll work for you. And, it's never going to be like that, but somehow I think they want to find a way to really unify. And I think he kind of wants to end all this. Now that the reason why he wanted the nuclear power was to make sure that other countries, Trump or President of Korea or whoever, to listen to him. That was his power, so that other people would listen to him. But then now that that's happening, I feel like he would make a shift in, his politics and, I don't know, diplomatic skills.
Yeah.
Would you, maybe that's possible, would you say, or do you disagree with that?
Well, his father, Kim Jong-il, have never been to other country except like China or Russia, because of the threat, possibility of threat of being killed or something.
Yeah.
And he has never got the chance of the statue of the president in other countries, like in Western, in America, of course not. And Kim Jong-un has seen those things like in his whole life. So maybe he might have thought I should do different, like I really want to enjoy the statue of the president of one country in other countries as well. So maybe like you said, maybe he wants that, and he spent his life like he spent his teenagers in other countries, like in Western. So maybe he has seen many things, and like not like his father, he knew something about what is good, in Western countries. So maybe somehow he, wants to, unite. Maybe wants the unification between South and North.
Yeah.
But I think, but somehow I felt, he is the number one in North Korea, and sometimes even though I want to do something, but if there are many consequences, like family or those things. So sometimes I just do something even though I don't want that. Like many my parents' generation, just to do something even they don't want to do that because of to support the family. But like I think it's kind of like similar thing. I think it's more like bigger because Kim Jong-Un is the basically king in the North Korea, and there are so many consequences in there if every time he chooses something to do. So I think I'm quite negative of the possibility of unification though. Yeah, because he's basically king in the North. There's no reason to give up everything. I think so.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people have a lot of different opinions on this.
Yeah, right. You're right.
Yeah. And thank you for that. That was a good discussion, I think.
But I really hope you're right, though.
Yeah, I mean that would be the best scenario for everyone, don't you think?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I really think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so another big issue that happened in Korea was Me Too movement. Maybe all over the world, it was a huge issue.
Which movement?
Me Too movement. Me Too movement.
I've heard that before.
Yeah.
I've heard that before.
Yeah. Did you? Watch the news about that? And a lot of actors were accused of, sexually harassing actresses and maybe even just, non-actresses, just the normal, ordinary people.
Yeah, right. I heard that. Yeah. I watched the news a lot of times, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's obviously wrong. Obviously wrong. And I feel like it's happening all over the world. I mean, is anything similar happening in Australia as well?
Yeah, right. Well, it happened at first in America. I've heard that from the staff, working for some really famous movie director. I don't remember his name though.
A lot of them. Basically, just a lot of Hollywood.
A lot of them.
Hollywood directors were basically all involved in that kind of things.
Yeah, right. Well, I don't care less about that when I first heard that. When I heard that Me Too movement, I was like, maybe it's some kind of agreeing with something, because that is called Me Too. So, after hearing about some really celebrities in Korea got caught, was reported by the staff working for him. I was really shocked actually. Wow, because he basically he has showed his actions like really good way. He doesn't look like that kind of person who got doing those things. So I was shocked, but it happens again and again, like Me Too movement. So, but there are other opinions as well. So somebody just make something in a fake way to report someone for like to make him in trouble, to make them in trouble. But basically, in this world, like if I were them, if I suffer like that situation, there are not many things that I can do except just reporting social media way. I think so. Because in this generation there is a media and social media as well, so they can do that in a kind of easy way comparing to other in the past. So I think there are many good things comparing than bad things. I think so.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like when I first saw the news, I feel like everyone always knew that was happening somewhere. but it never really rose to the surface. And then now that, as you said, now that the social media is very active, everyone can write it, and then, you know, they can retweet it, and then it can just go viral in a couple of minutes. So I think that's why it's really starting to show up, and they're able to speak up and get support from others.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, that's good news. That's good that Australia doesn't really have that kind of, you know, depressing news all over.
Right. Well, I don't know many news about Australia, though.
Yeah. It's, you know, you're leaving soon too.
Yeah, right. I'm leaving soon. Yeah.
So you said you have 2 months left in Australia?
Yeah, less than 2 months, though. Yeah.
Less than 2 months.
Yeah, less than 2 months. Earlier of July, I'm gonna get back to Korea.
Good. So, I mean, don't you have to travel before you leave? Have you traveled a lot around Australia, within Australia?
Well, after leaving Australia, I have a plan, you know, to stop by, you know, in the middle on the way to Korea, like other countries like Vietnam and Thai. But I have traveled enough in Australia, I think. So I don't think so. Maybe New Zealand.
Yeah. Why? I mean, you haven't been to New Zealand?
I have never been to New Zealand, so maybe I should do that.
You have to go. I've been to New Zealand. It's really beautiful.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, really? I've heard that, you know, like Lord of the Rings was
it was taken, you know, there.
Filmed in that area, in the country, right?
Yeah. I mean, they have South Island and North Island, and then they show very different kind of landscape. So it's really fun. It's an amazing country. So you should definitely travel.
That is a really beautiful country. Yeah. In less than 2 months, so maybe I should go.
Yeah, because you're right there. How long does it take to fly to New Zealand? Maybe an hour or two?
In an hour, I think so, because I'm living in quite far east of Australia, I think.
Yeah. So, I mean, once you come back to Korea, it's a long flight to go to New Zealand. So while you're there, you should definitely travel.
Yeah, that's what my parents always says to me.
Yeah, and I think your parents are right. Yes, it's a great opportunity.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's quite far from South Korea, so.
Yeah, I think it takes about like 11 or 12 hours to get there.
Yeah, 12 hours, like a half a day.
Yeah, it's a long way there.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah, so, I mean, so you don't have any specific travel plans around Australia before you leave, huh?
Probably not, except New Zealand. And well, after getting back to Korea, I'm thinking of going to like Germany.
Oh, Germany! Why?
Germany, because I have always wanted to go there and to live there. You know, Germany is a good country to travel to another country, you know, while I'm staying there. So,
you mean to European countries?
And yeah, European countries, like, you know, like Italy and France. So, well, I just want to go there and want to stay there to experience, you know, their cultures. Yeah. So, and I also want to study though. So, and Germany is a good country to study. So,
what do you want to study? So basically, you're planning to go back to Korea first, and then going to Germany, not for travel, but to study.
Exactly. For both of them.
For both of them, of course.
Yeah. I'm not the kind of traveling person, but yeah. But if I can stay there for a long time and just once in a while, if I can travel to other countries, maybe I think Germany is a really good country to do that.
Do you speak German?
No, I don't know how to speak German, but where I can learn.
Good. That's a good attitude.
Well, I can yeah. Well, their course is, I can, apply the courses, spoken in English. So.
Oh, I see.
So yeah.
And how long do you think you'll stay in Germany? How long is the course?
If I go there at least more than 3 years.
Wow, so it's a long plan do you have?
Yeah, well, sounds like quite long plan, but I have always wanted to go there after, when I was university student, I always wanted to go there, so, yeah.
And what are you planning on studying?
Probably I'm going to study economics more, because my major was economics in university in Korea. Or otherwise, I'm going to study maybe computer science. I'm really interested in that.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Probably I'm going to go with the economics too.
Wow, you have and are you staying in Korea for a while, or are you going right after?
I'm going to stay there for a while, at least more than 6 months, I think. At least 6 months, yeah. And after that, before April, I'm going to be there, I think so.
Before April?
Yeah, before April, I'm going to be in Germany if I go there, yeah.
Cool. Good luck with everything.
Yeah, thank you, yeah. Well.
Yeah, and do you have any questions or?
Well, before studying English in a really hard way, like it was like 3 years ago when I did English TARFI. I think three years ago. I think so. 2 years ago, maybe. I don't remember exactly though. It's been a while. Well, when I studied that, I was really impressed by the comments because every time I question about something about how to study 영어탈피, you guys always made a comment in a really really considerate way. I was really impressed. So that's why which makes me, being confident about well, this is the right way to study English. Maybe this is the one. So that's why I think that leads me in Australia as well. And that's why I'm really wondering why there are how many people are making comment on the cafe, or just one person do that, and whether it is just one or how many. But I would like to say that person is really doing a really good job, and that means a lot to me. Just at least to me, that meant a lot. So that made me do a lot of things. Like every day I can study English, really positive way. I mean, when you do study, it is, that is quite different whether, between believing it is the right thing or it might be right. So, yeah. So I was the person who believed this is the 100% sure I think it is right. So that's why I can study every day, spending a lot of time every day. I can do that because of the comment. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
so how many people are there?
There are a few of us. I mean, there are a few of us who are answering all the questions, commenting on everyone's progress and everything. And it seems like you're logging into our cafe quite often. Is that right?
Yeah, right. I love there. It's kind of like second home for studying English, I think.
Wait, so you're not studying with our books right now, but you're still checking in our cafe, see what's going on and stuff, right? That's why you got to know about this interviews too, right?
Yeah, right, exactly. Sometimes I just, went to cafe. I go to cafe to what's going on there.
Yeah. I mean, did you hear about our, the 검증단 stuff in the beginning of the year?
Yeah. Yeah, I got the, email.
Uh-huh. Yeah. We
just,
sent out the text messages and emails.
Yeah, message.
And
I got
stuff.
the message. Yeah. And you know what? My older brother also is also studying English through 영어탈피 by my recommendation. So yeah, and my parents as well.
Oh,
I think so,
really?
Yeah.
And your brother is in Korea with your parents, right?
Yeah, except me. Everybody is in Korea.
How are they doing? Are they doing well? Are you checking on them?
Well, their English is more like really, really low level. But because they saw me, studying English and how I, have developed my English. So that's why they are confident. Oh, this is the right way.
Yeah.
Because they have seen me.
Yeah.
So that's why they can keep studying English.
Yeah. Quick question. So, I just thought of this. So how was your English skills were like? How was it like when you first started studying with 영어탈피? How was your English?
Comparing when I just started 영어탈피?
Yeah. How was your English? Were you able to communicate, or did you know a lot of words? Like, how was it in general?
When I just started 영어탈피, right? Well, I knew some words because I used to I liked English, but I was the person who really wanted to study English and with some knowledge like other Koreans, but I didn't know how to do that. So I wasn't able to communicate with other foreigners like in a front way. So yeah, I was just a normal Korean who knows English but can't speak English. So yeah, it was quite a big jump from the, come to think of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're doing great, obviously.
Yeah, thank you, yeah.
Oh, no, good for you. I mean, you've earned it. So.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so wrapping up, what would you say? So your time in Australia was great, obviously, and you're going on to a new adventure to Germany. So what is your final goal? Probably. Like, what is your goal in life? Like, what do you want to do eventually?
I used to be a person, like a plan man, but, I used to, make many plans to do something in my life, but they made me feel like really exhausted, and so in the middle of doing that, I usually just gave up because there was too many things that I made. So I just gave up. So I didn't make plans anymore. I mean, I do something like just a really big plan, like I want to do something, and those kind of things, not like in a detailed way. So I just want to be free, almost from, first of all, from the economically, and I don't know, I just want to do something that I want to do. So that's why I did English, and that's why I did, computer programming as well. When I said to my parents, I want to study computer programming, I just want to go to academy to do something. They said, hey, you majored economics. Why do you want to do that? And when I was like 28, yeah. So, but I just did, and because I did that, and I could do some investment after like 1 year.
Yeah.
So, because I know something about this, so that's why I have the eyes to recognize which is worth it. So I think our generation is really different, from my parents' generation.
Definitely.
My parents' generation just can work in just one workplace for their almost whole life, and everything is not changing like in a rapid way like it is today.
Yeah.
But our generation is totally different. It's quite hard to find someone who works for just one workplace for their life.
Yeah, it's
they
not going to be
change
like
their
that.
jobs, yeah, really a lot, and so that's why I'm trying to pay attention to what is changing. That's why I do investment, and that's why I really want to go to Germany, because Germany is kind of like head for like changing things, yeah, and like in almost every way. So I want to just experience many things, and but not just for enjoying, just until I just want to go for it, as long as I have something to do something. As long as I ever want to do something.
Yeah.
That's all. Yeah.
I mean, that's amazing. It's not, I think everyone wants to do that, but for you to really put that into action and go abroad and study and get what you want, I think that's amazing. Good for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
All right. I think we've talked for an hour almost, exactly an hour.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for your time. Do you have some more time for Korean interview? Not interview, just talk in Korean.
Yeah, I have enough time. Yeah.
Okay.
It's all right.